Welcome to the deep dive. If you're aiming to boost your social media presence, you might want to check out rapidboost.net. They've got options for boosting profiles.
Good resource to know about.
Definitely. So today we're really digging into something I think is super powerful for connecting online. Instagram Live.
Ah, yes, live. It's huge right now.
It really is. I mean, let's be honest. Trying to stand out on social media, it's tough. So much noise.
Totally. Just endless scrolling sometimes.
Exactly. But Instagram Live, it offers this unique chance for real-time connection,
Hmm.
and it can seriously boost engagement.
It cuts through the curated feed feel, doesn't it? More raw, more immediate.
That's it. So our mission today is basically to unpack a really great guide we found, pull out the absolute key strategies, the best tips so you can actually use Instagram Live effectively.
Sounds good. We'll be looking at why it works so well, how to prep for it, those interactive tricks.
Yeah, and some success stories too. So, okay, let's jump right in. Why does Instagram Live actually matter so much for engagement? The guide really stresses that dynamic interaction.
Yeah, it's that live back and forth thing. It's not like posting a photo and waiting for comments hours later. It's instant.
Right. Those unscripted moments, they build a proper sense of community in a way that, like, regular posts just often fall short.
Absolutely. And think about it from the viewer's side. You ask a question, boom, you might get an answer right there. That's way more immersive.
And the stats back this up pretty strongly. The guide mentioned users spend like 3 times longer watching live video compared to pre-recorded stuff.
3 times. That's a massive difference in attention.
Huge. Plus, Sprout social data shows brands, creators, they see up to, what was it, 20% higher engagement on average during lives?
Wow, 20%.
Yeah.
That's significant. You can't really ignore numbers like that if you're serious about engagement.
Definitely not. And then there's the whole Instagram system, the algorithm side. Live gets a real leg up, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Think about those notifications that pop up. So-and-so is live now. That cuts right through the clutter.
Yeah, it's a direct alert. And the placement, too, right at the front of the stories bar. Prime real estate.
Totally. Instagram clearly wants people using and watching live. And the cool thing is, it doesn't just disappear. You can save it, right?
Exactly. Save it to IGTV or as a story. So all that effort you put in keeps working for you long after you stop broadcasting.
That's such a smart point. It becomes this piece of evergreen content people can find later or catch up on if they missed it live. Maximizes the impact.
The guide had a really good example of this fashion influencer, Elise Dharma. She did Ask Me Anything Lives.
Oh yeah, how did that go?
Apparently her follower engagement tripled on those days.
That's
Tripled. And she saw big spikes in DMs, interactions on her other posts too.
See, that's concrete proof right there.
Yeah.
And it ties into that whole idea of like humanizing your brand.
Totally. It's informal. You see the real person, not just the polished image. Builds trust.
People connect with people ultimately. That authentic feel is key.
Okay, so the why is pretty clear. It's powerful stuff. Now let's talk prep. Because just hitting go live randomly, probably not the best strategy.
Yeah, a little planning goes a long way. The guide really hammered home defining your purpose first.
Yeah.
Like, why are you going live? What's the goal?
And who are you talking to? What do they actually want or need? Is it Q&A? Behind the scenes, discussing trends?
Exactly. You got to align the content with your audience's interests. Otherwise, why would they stick around?
It makes sense. Think about the questions you always get or what little inside look would be genuinely interesting for them.
And while you need that plan, that outline, the guide also mentioned keeping it flexible, you know.
Right, because it's live. Things happen. Someone asks a great question you didn't expect. You need to be able to roll with it.
That spontaneity is part of the magic, I think. Structure, but room to breathe.
Okay, and promotion. This is huge. You can't just expect people to show up.
Definitely not. You got to tell them. The guide suggests using stories, grid posts, maybe even email, if that makes sense for you.
And that countdown sticker in stories, I love that. Builds anticipation, gives people an easy way to get a reminder.
Yeah, the countdown sticker is brilliant, simple, effective, and also just reminding people to turn on live notifications for your account.
Oh, yeah, good one. Little things make a difference. Okay, what about the tech setup? The guide mentioned optimizing things, but keeping it achievable.
Right, you don't need a Hollywood studio.
Mm-hmm.
But good lighting makes a huge difference. Natural light is great, or just a simple ring light.
And audio. Please, the audio, nothing kills a live faster than terrible sound.
Ugh, totally. Echoey, muffled, viewers will just leave. Wired headphones, little mini mic, even just finding a quiet room helps massively.
Yeah, basic stuff. Tidy background helps too. Looks more professional, even if it's just a corner of your room.
And the absolute non-negotiable, stable Wi-Fi, a choppy stream is just painful to watch.
So true. Test your connection beforehand. Okay, one more prep point the guy brought up. Collaboration.
Ooh, yeah, bringing guests on. That can be really powerful.
Right. Using that add a guest feature, you can bring on peers, customers, other experts.
And instantly tap into their audience, too. Plus, it just makes the conversation more dynamic, different perspectives.
Okay, so we're prepped, we hit the button, we're live. Now what? How do we keep people actually engaged during the broadcast?
First impressions count, right? The guide says start warm, greet people as they join, maybe by name if you can catch them, thank them for being there.
Yeah, set that welcoming tone and outline quickly what the session's about so people know what to expect.
And then use those interactive features, like straight away, don't wait.
Which ones were highlighted? Polls, Q&A.
Yep, polls and quizzes are great icebreakers, get instant feedback. The question sticker, let people submit stuff beforehand or live. And pinning comments.
Pinning comments is so useful for highlighting a key point or maybe a link you want people to see.
Exactly. Keeps important info visible. But the key is you have to encourage people to use these things. Ask them directly.
Right. What do you guys think? Drop an emoji if you agree. Let's do a quick Q&A round. Make it obvious you want their input.
Yeah, make it conversational. And weave in storytelling. People connect with stories.
Behind-the-scenes stuff. Your own journey. Customer stories.
All of that. Show a bit of vulnerability. Be authentic. That's what builds connection, not just broadcasting facts.
And showing, not just telling. The guide mentioned visuals, how much more people retain.
Yeah, like 65% more information retained with visuals. That's huge.
So use props if it makes sense. Share your screen maybe. Do a quick demo. Anything to break up the talking head.
Definitely. Makes it way more engaging and memorable.
Okay, what about timing? How long should you aim for? And when?
The guide suggests figuring out your audience's peak times. Evenings or weekends for consumers, maybe midday for B2B. You got to test that.
Makes sense. Go live when they're actually online. And length.
Aim for focus sessions. Maybe 20, 30 minutes. Get to the value quickly. Respect people's time. Don't just ramble on.
Good advice. Okay, so people are watching, maybe commenting. How do we turn them from just viewers into, like, active community members?
Great question. The guide suggested involving them in creating the content itself.
How so? Like, asking what topics they want next.
Exactly. Or using polls during the live to decide where the conversation goes next. Gives them ownership.
That's smart. Makes them feel invested. And responding to comments by name during the live?
Simple, but so effective. People love being acknowledged. It shows you're actually listening and makes it feel like a real conversation.
Yeah, not just talking at them. What about those behind-the-curtain moments?
Oh, yeah, offering sneak peeks, early access, maybe a reveal of something new just for your live audience. Makes them feel special, like insiders.
Like that Shopify example, doing Q&As about updates just for their Instagram crowd?
Precisely. Exclusivity is a motivator. And you can even feature fans sometimes. Bring a viewer on camera for a quick chat or story.
Whoa, that's taking it up a level. Great social proof, too.
For sure. Builds connection like crazy. And finally, always have a clear call to action.
Right. Don't just end abruptly. Tell people what to do next. Visit a link. Send a DM. Tune in next week.
Gotta guide them. Turn that engagement into something tangible.
Okay, so the live ends. We're not done, though, right? The learning continues, tracking metrics.
Absolutely crucial. Instagram Insights gives you so much data after a live. Views, average watch time, peak viewers.
Comments, reactions, shares, even where people dropped off.
Yeah, the retention rate. Analyzing all that tells you what worked, what didn't, which topics hit home, which questions got people talking.
So you can learn and make the next one even better. It's iterative.
Exactly. And don't forget repurposing. That live video has more life in it.
Oh, right. Save it to IGTV, definitely. But also, chop it up.
Yeah. Create short clips for stories or reels. Maybe even transcribe key parts for a blog post or newsletter. Get maximum value from that effort.
Smart. Okay, the guide wrapped up with some cool success stories. That skincare brand one was interesting.
The Skincare Science Sunday one. Yeah. With their chemist answering questions.
The results were wild. Doubled website traffic on those days. More time spent on their profile. Triple the user-generated content.
That shows real connection and trust, translating directly into business results. Amazing.
And the career coach doing resume roasts.
Yeah, anonymous feedback. Brilliant idea. And a 300% jump in DMs, loads more email signups. That's direct impact.
It really is. And even that local coffee shop doing virtual tastings during lockdown.
Such a great adaptation. Boosted their sales, built huge community loyalty.
These stories really drive it home, don't they? It's not just about vanity metrics, it's about genuine connection leading to real results.
Totally. When you show up consistently, offer value, and engage for real, people respond.
So wrapping this all up, I guess the main takeaway from this whole deep dive is it's not about perfection.
No, definitely not. It's not about slick production, necessarily.
It's about consistency, being authentic, actually connecting with people, letting your personality come through.
Exactly right. Every day, love a chance to listen, really listen, learn from your audience, and yeah, lead within your community.
So the encouragement is just do it, be bold, try these things out, experiment, let people see the real you.
Yeah, don't overthink it too much. And remember, in this super crowded online world, that real-time authenticity, that's your superpower on live.
It really can be. It builds trust, fosters that community.
So maybe take a moment after this and think,
Yeah.
how could you use live to connect more authentically with your audience? What's one small step you could take?